Hey everyone, welcome. My name is Amber Gonzalez, and if this is your first time, I'm so glad you're here. And if this is not your first time, I'm so glad you came back. So this is part 2 of Get Help, a continuation of the last vlog. If you did not catch the last vlog, I encourage you to go back and watch it because we've been recording our experiences of what it's been like trying to get a motorcycle. And so I have some videos that I'm going to show you after I'm done talking of recordings of what has been taking place since that last vlog. But the reason they said we were not approved was because we did not have enough history. We were not that well established. Let me ask you something. How is it that we can be approved for a house, but not a motorcycle? So, can I just make something very clear here? All a credit card shows is that we can accumulate debt. Try telling that to the one who's running your credit and wait for his reaction. It may even take a moment before he can even respond to you. So we left that place bummed, but the next day we called back and said, hey, can you run my credit? And I do have better credit, but the response was still the same. You don't have enough history. And Logar, who's been helping us with all of this, he even said, it sucks because you're doing everything right. But in the 2 conversations that we've had with Logar, he kept bringing up the word cosigner. So I hear the word cosigner and I'm like, nope, don't even go there. Red flag, step away from the conversation, right? But my husband, he shocked the heck out of me because he was actually entertaining the idea of a cosigner. And I'm like, I'm sorry, did we just meet? Like, since when do we not see eye to eye on this? So we had a few days of conversing over this topic. And in one of the conversations, he brought up the book of Proverbs and his viewpoint of what the book of Proverbs is. And I also shared, well, yes, but the book of Proverbs is a book of wisdom. So I want to pause there for a moment because I want to let you guys know that Proverbs talks about co-signing, but they don't use the word cosigner. They actually use the word surety. And they are actually warnings to the cosigner, not the one needing a cosigner. And so as people who stand on this side of ones who need a cosigner, I still look at those scriptures and I think, how can we even ask such a thing from someone? How can we even put someone in such a position, knowing what the scriptures say, even though it's not directed towards us who need a cosigner, right? But one morning, I just woke up. I said, you know what, Bim? Go ahead, ask so-and-so to cosign. And I dropped him off at work, and he later that day called me and said, hey, so what made you change your mind? Because he wasn't going to make a move without me coming together with him on this. And I began to share with him about what the Lord has been revealing to me in my prayer times. So there are things that he showed me that are still the result today because of my past behaviors. I shared with him how in the past, I've always wanted to have control because I didn't trust you to make decisions. And therefore, I took your leadership from the home and I created this exhausted life in me because you then began to rely on me for everything. I said, you need to lead. Whether I like the decision or not, you need to lead. You need to learn by your own successes, by your own failures. And even if I don't agree with you, I at least want to make sure I'm standing with you because I do believe it's possible to disagree with one another, but still stand together. And so I shared all this with him. I was like, you can't just lead because of what you think I would want or what I would say, because that is in some form of manipulation on my end. You need to lead, whether I like the decision or not. Leading is leading. And so we kind of just talked that out, and we came to see eye to eye on a lot of things. And then we began to discuss our concerns. For him, it was, am I making the right decision? For me, it was, are we forcing a door to open that is not meant to be open? But at the same time, I don't want to give up so easily on something that is meant for us to have. So guess what, guys? Neither of us know the answer. But what we did know was that we could afford the payments. But even though we knew, we don't want to assume. So we wanted to work out a plan. We sat down that night and we worked out a plan, crunched some numbers just for it to show us that we can afford it. Because after all, if we're going to ask someone to co-sign, it would be wise to make sure to know that we can afford these payments. Which, by the way, nothing is guaranteed. Only God knows the future. But we want to do our part, writing out a plan and crunching some numbers, and for something to actually show us that we can afford it. And sure enough, yes, we can afford it. My husband has a second job as well. And so we're working all of that into the factor. So we closed it up in prayer and we slept on it just to see how we would feel by the morning. And so by the next day, Joel went ahead and made his call. And that conversation was an open door. Well, one thing led to another, and Logar calls my husband and he tells him the news. He's like, hey, so you've been approved, but they want more for your down payment, but your payments will be less. It was good news, but it wasn't great news because Joel and I both knew that we can't put more down than what we had discussed to put down. We can't just make money appear out of nowhere. And so, all right, closed door. In fact, Joel and I had very few words to say because there was nothing to discuss. Closed door. It's a no, right? So I'm feeling bad for my husband because he's just really bummed. And I'm bummed because I want it for him. So we kind of just part our ways, and I hear my daughter call me from her room. I go into her room and she's like, so what's the update on the motorcycle? So I told her. She said, you know, when you and Dad started the church, I started saving because I wanted to give you guys the money for the church one day. I'm stuck. I have nothing to say at this point. And she continued to say, she said, but when you mailed out those letters, so I need to pause there for a moment. I want to explain what those letters are. So yes, my husband and I, back in May of 2021, we started a church. God said, start it in your living room. So we did. And it lasted 2-3 months before we moved out here to South Dakota. And so at the beginning of the year, we went ahead and we mailed out letters explaining to people, only those that gave, explaining what we did with their money. That every dime that they sent, every penny, all of their money went to these 2 different churches, 2 completely different ministries. And so she said, so when you mailed out those letters, I thought, okay, well then I guess it won't be for the church, but I'll just keep saving for when you guys need it one day. So I want to give it to you so you could put it towards the motorcycle. And I was just floored. And I just had to repeat everything to Joel, and he was stunned. Yes, we were surprised, but we're not too surprised because we knew we raised a generous daughter. But I just couldn't believe the conversation we're having in this moment. And Joel was like, no, Layla, that's your money. We don't want to take your money. And she said, no, it's your money. I've been saving it to give to you guys. And so Layla and I are crying, we're hugging it out, and it's just been an emotional roller coaster. A lot of, literally, 1 minute you're up, next minute you're down, up, down, up, down. And so from that point, Joel had to go, and he called Logar, and we got the ball rolling from that point on. So check out these videos. Well, all right, y'all, we are back. This time we're back to sign some papers. We're taking the motorcycle.
I'm trying to look for where mine's at right now. We got it somewhere. It's got a hold.
Yes, we put a hold on it.
And it's straight from the factory. No one's even driven it yet.
And the best part is it's the one you wanted. The color.
Black smoke.
Woo!
Yeah, this one's definitely my
of
opinion,
Beauty.
better than the other one.
It'll do the trick. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's official, y'all. Start it up. So he's about to go out and ride this motorcycle right now. But as I was saying, what's so really cool about this is that it's actually the color he wanted, and it's cheaper than the original one that he was about to get. So this is a big deal. This is huge, and we are super excited about this. So, you know what's crazy about this is he has a helmet. He really wants a helmet. But out here, you don't need a helmet to ride a motorcycle. It's not illegal to be without a helmet. So, yeah. All right, go for it.
But burn.
Yeah, it smells like burnt.
Wait, my water.
How do you feel?
I feel exuberating, free on the highways of Soda. It's lovely.
Nice.
So what you thinking about getting one too?
I think I'll eventually get one.
Yeah?
Fun fact for you. So I used to ride with my mom's friends on the back of the motorcycle. My mom rolled with a bunch of bikers. So those are from my childhood days. So yes, it is a lot of fun. So I just may end up getting one for myself in the near future. What do you guys think?
Picture me rolling.
Can you see me riding a bike?
Picture me rolling. Looks good on you.
Does it?
Oh yeah.
We'll see what happens.
All the paperwork's done. She's all mine.
All right, y'all, third time's a charm, right? On the third day, he rose again. Well, on the third try, we getting a bike. We going home with a bike. But I want to show y'all something. So we are in the middle of what's called a Sturgis Rally, and this place is. So the Sturgis Rally happens every year in August, and it's like a big 10-day party thing where it's all motorcyclists and just and they come to Sturgis, South Dakota, and like I said, it's a 10-day party, and that's what they're here for. It's crazy, but this is just a small area, and I guess further down the street is where the actual rally and the concerts and all that stuff take place. So that takes place at night, so we'll see. This place is so packed. It was not like this last weekend. It's so crazy. Hey everyone, so I have Logar with me, and he has been our go-to guy. He has been such a great help with us trying to get this motorcycle. And so I want to introduce you to him, and he's going to explain the Sturgis Rally to us. So Logar, tell me, this happens every year, right?
Every year, yep. It's the 82nd annual anniversary, yep.
82nd, that's right. I saw a sign on that.
Yep.
So is it always this crazy? What time did you guys open?
We open at 7:30 for the 10 days of the rally. A few of us will get here at 6 in the morning to start putting out the inventory, and we stay on our toes all day long till about 7 at night here.
Oh my gosh.
All the time.
And so people come in for...
Yep, they'll show up early for, to get in line to have their bike serviced, oil change, tires, whatever it may need, and hang out with us. We serve breakfast every morning of the rally. We got breakfast tacos and coffee and all that good stuff.
Wow.
We have events going on. There's a Carry Hart ride that's going to start here in about a moment, and brings out the crowds.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Absolutely. So as we're going to welcome Joel to the Indian Motorcycle Sturgis family, woo, we're going to make an announcement that you guys will be able to see. And Joel is going to ring the heck out of a bell, just bringing himself into the Indian Motorcycle Sturgis family. It's going to be great. Good morning, Indian Motorcycle Sturgis. Happy Sunday and welcome to the party. Let's put our hands together for Joel, taking home his first Indian Motorcycle 2022 Scout Rogue. Ring the hell out of that bell, Joel.
Yeah.
Let's get my ride on. Black smoke, charcoal black smoke Indian Scout Rogue, aka Black Widow, baby. My new best friend.
So how do you feel right now?
It's fun. It's just like a kid with a brand new toy. I just want to get on my bike and ride everywhere. And it's perfect because it's the atmosphere of the rally. Everybody's on their bikes. The videos that you're gonna see of when we were in Sturgis at the city where the rally's at. It's just this vibe that you get, and it's just like, man, if you live in South Dakota, you need to have a bike, period. And now I'm a part, everywhere I go, it's like, welcome to the bike family. I'm a part of the bike family now. Oh. 2 wheels down, keep rolling.
All right, you guys, we are here celebrating this big milestone of Joel getting his very first bike. And guess what? Thanks to our baby girl. She helped make it happen. So everybody raise up the glasses. Give it up, you guys. Give it up. Woo! Yeah. Well, there you have it, guys. I do want to give a special thanks to our co-signer, who will remain nameless. Just thank you for trusting us with your signature. We so appreciate it. And we also want to give a thanks to our daughter, Layla, for helping to make this possible as well. We really do feel like this was a family effort and we came together. As I said in the video, this is a huge milestone, that to see my husband's dream come true, it's huge. It is a big deal, you guys. We were able to finally cross a line of reaching our dream, and you guys helped make it possible. So thank you so much to the both of you. And thank you guys for tuning in. If you liked it, hit the like button, comment, tell us your thoughts. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to keep up with the recent videos that will be coming out. But as always, start today, because there is no time like the present time. Take care.